What comes after your goal? This is Thinking on the Box, where we explore buried thoughts. When you think about achieving your goal, let's say that degree, achieving that marathon, really, what comes after that? Well, when it comes to what happens after that achievement, after that milestone, it really is almost empty most of the time. If your entire progress between your start to the completion has no substance to it, then the completion of it feels so empty. And why this isn't always the case for things like sports or physically based things is because when you finish that physically based goal or that physically based achievement, you walk away from it with a literal better body. It's not necessarily like a mentality thing. It's like no, you physically walk away with a better state of health. But when it comes to something more, I guess, mentally or emotionally, that's hard to kind of do unless you have substance in the entire process, where you're able to make mistakes during the process. You're able to think out all of these adjacent thoughts in your process. And that's really hard to do. So how do you make what comes after valuable? Well, it's to one, make the process more enjoyable in a sense, but it's also to start thinking about the reality afterwards. A lot of the time, we're so focused on a goal that we don't consider what comes after until it actually happens, such as, again, your diploma. And while this might seem a little bit preemptive to where you might be, it's always important to almost look forward to a certain degree so that one, you are not surprised, two, you are prepared, and three, you are realistic of what's actually to come after. Even in my example, when it comes to the physical based goals, after you finish that marathon, after you finish that, martial arts event or whatever, are you gonna keep doing the habits afterwards? Because at the end of the day, the habits are still choices, such as when you finish that diploma, those mental exercises, those nights studying, is still a choice to do it after. It might seem redundant to study afterwards, but in most professions, you are always gonna be a lifelong learner. So if you're gonna take anything away from this video, take the concept that your end goal is not necessarily that achievement. Your end goal is to perpetuate it. Your end goal is to perpetuate whatever habits or whatever goals you have outside and beyond that achievement. Because honestly, once you get that diploma or you reach that goal, the only one that's gonna propel you in that field or in that similar line of action is yourself. And that's why people have job changes all the time, because after they achieve something, they might not feel like there's any more room to grow afterwards. Give yourself some grace and keep growing forward.